Hey and welcome to the Gaggia Restore episode 4. In the last episode, I showed the weeks and months that it took to get the boiler apart from the group head. It took a really long time, but I did eventually get there. In this video, we're going to be going over how I took apart the Gaggia Classic and each of the components. Hope you enjoy.
Why don't I try taking these bits off first with the 4mm. I think I can let the water out as well first, so let's try letting the water out. Oh, it's coming out of the, it's actually coming out of the OPV when I turn the steam on. Did you know water is magnetically charged to itself, which is why it does that and it doesn't just go everywhere. Anyway, I can take these off as well. Oh, nicked myself on that. They were fairly tight but came off quite easily. So I'm basically getting rid of this one as well, except for the knob. Where else is that attached? Nowhere. Do you think that's just like crusted itself on? It's not attached anywhere else.
I decided to move on here as I wasn't getting anywhere.
That's tight as well. Very tight, so you can get more leverage with that. I could hold it easier. Okay, cool, that comes off. It's got a bit around there, and there's also a gasket. You see, that must be one of the gaskets that I'll replace. Another thing actually, so I probably want to take that off before I take it off here, just so that I've got the leverage of it. Do these back on loosely. Oh. This moved. This moved with a wiggle from side to side. Maybe if I keep wiggling, there you go. Wiggle and lift up. Gets that out. There's a hole, so I'll turn it upside down again. Try and take this off. And I hold it close to myself. Squeeze that core. Yeah, there you go.
Remember how tough all of these are.
Okay, there's another gasket round there. Put that off to the side. Getting rid of this as well. That'll be hard to adjust. I think that's the OPV valve. That'll be hard to adjust when it's inside the case. It's out with that silicone, which I'll replace as well. Those will be rubber, and I want to replace them with silicone. That's nice and shiny in there. Well, that wasn't that tight. That was just snug. Jesus, do you remember where that was? Was that on there? I think that was on there, wasn't it? Put that with that. Right, so this is where the connectors, the electrical connectors connect into here and they charge this, which there should be like a, which inside here I think there's a spring which opens and closes the valve, I believe. Looks like there's grooves there for a spanner again. That is coming out now. There's some corrosion around here. These aren't that tight. The right one wasn't anyway. Yeah, they're not as bad. Right, so that's what that looks like. There's two other silicone bits to replace. The screws are all right, so that and that. It's a bit dirty in there. That looks like there's something to grab onto there, but it looks welded together. That doesn't look like something that would come off. Oh, no, that does come apart. Interesting. Ah. The springy thing, it's like a bullet. There is some crap in here because it's coming off on my fingers. That goes in there. And springies. I guess close the valve and open the valve. That's on like almost finger tight. This one here. There's actually, I think, silicone grease still on this. I imagine it's the same with this one. Yeah, it's barely on, barely touching. And silicone grease. Oh, how am I going to differentiate these two? That's the right hand one. And that's the top one. I better not move them. Right, I think that's the gasket as well. I will need to take these off to replace them. Yeah, so there's that one aside. I obviously have these two here. They're flattered, yeah. That one off there. Take the shower screen off. There's a lot of coffee stuck in there. And that's got a lot of corrosion in it as well. And bits of coffee grinds around the edges. I mean, this should be taken off probably like weekly. Wow. Just look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely disgusting. That is absolute filth. Look at it. That is disgusting. Looks okay this side. See, it can look okay that side, but you need to get it off because, oh my Jesus, that is going straight in the bin. Look at this as well. I mean, I'm replacing this, but how filthy and disgusting is that? That is absolutely horrendous. And it's bad around the edges. I mean, I would be surprised if I could get these ones off. If this is what this looks like here, just imagine what it looks like inside. Oh, yeah, that has turned. So much corrosion on those. You can hear it kind of cracking and moving. There you go. Wow. That is mental. That is disgusting. What even material is this? I think this is supposed to be aluminium, but that is so rusted and just absolutely caked and disgusting. So make sure you get this off and you clean this. That's what it looks like underneath, so not that bad I don't think. If I just rub a section, which is a bit disgusting, but you can kind of see it's getting shinier. And then this bit around the edge is the gasket that I've got a replacement for. So I suppose I need to get that out somehow. Oh, yes, I am getting some movement here. Oh, it's coming. Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to come out as easily as that. I just need to get under it with something else. Okay. This thing is like a piece of wood in here. There you go. There you go, there's that. I'm replacing those 3 parts, which is nice. There is some stuff gunked up in there. So this is what it looks like all around here. Yeah. So I'm going to take those out. That one kind of wasn't screwed in, you know. So maybe this has been taken out before. Okay. There you go. It's coming out now. There are 2 other connections here. So I'm just going to label those connections 12 and 13. That's off. That's the pump. And then this plate
I assume slides off. Okay, so that, I remember, goes on the bottom groove and comes off the bottom groove like that. And it does matter which way it goes. Upright, you want this label facing the back of the Gaggia. You want that in there on that bottom one. So it turns out this was glued onto this. Do not pull this. It's glued on. I'm going to have to put some more glue in there. This fitting, where it like pushes down and then it kind of grips the tube a little bit on this OPV valve. That same fitting is on the inside of here. You probably can't see it, but yeah, it's on the inside of that. So if I pull, there you go, that comes off. See that valve there? That's what that is. This tube here looks very clean actually. Maybe not as clean near this end. A bit of corrosion around here. This looks the same as the other side, so. Unscrew these. I think this part here is like glued onto the bottom or something like that. I know, I think maybe, yeah, that's definitely glued onto the bottom, yeah. So I've just pulled that off as well. Okay. Now it moves. So that's what's supposed to have happened. I don't know if you can see that piece in there. So you've got to twist that bit, twist it, and then that comes off. I think that just has to go in there. That comes out. There's that. I mean, you could have said that was flaking, but I'll scratch it with my fingers. Can't see anything in there. Looks fine. This looks clean. Oh, crap. So there's like a grommet washer thingy. It's the same both sides that was on there. Yeah. So there's that. There is something inside there. Is that like a... Oh, I think there's like a... Yeah, there's like a little ball bearing thingy. A small spring that I have no idea how I'm going to get back in, and there's nothing else in there. Yeah, there you go. That'll be how I get it back in. Yeah, and that looks pretty clean inside there. If you take this bit off, obviously you'll be able to take this out. There is another O-ring there, but that looks in good condition. There's maybe a little bit of build up in there, if you can see that. Might be able to just clean that out. Yeah, that's clean now. And then we have inside here, we have a bigger spring. I think I'm gonna have to watch this video on how to put this back together. It looks pretty clean in there. I don't think I really need to do anything in there. And then that just looks like the outside. Okay, so you can see here, that's where this was glued onto, which is why I couldn't pull it upwards and why I ended up snapping the grommet this side off. It should have one like this side. So if you come to work on these pumps, make sure you pull this off first, even if it unsticks it, because you won't be able to pull this through here until you've pulled this off. So that's important. This bit comes apart from this bit. This is the bit that gets power, I guess. And the rest of it, it's very clean. I didn't need to take that apart really at all. Show you that staying off. Yeah. This stuff. Good. Yeah, so I've got this piece. And then this piece, which I'm actually getting rid of because I have this new one. I just wanted to apologise for there not being any cleaning in this video. The reason for that is because by the time I'd actually added all the footage of dismantling everything, it was at like 20 minutes, and I'm already late for releasing this one today because usually I've been trying to stick to, well, I say usually, I've only been doing this for a small amount of time, but I've been trying to stick to a routine of publishing a video at 5 o'clock on Fridays. However, I'm way over. It's currently like nearly 10 o'clock. I haven't even done title, description, thumbnail. I mean, those things won't take me ages, but this is like a 21-minute video. It's going to take my computer probably like an hour or something, or maybe more, to export. So as soon as that's done, I'll try and publish that. But realistically, it's probably going to have to export overnight now. But I'm glad that I've done it on the Friday. I've spent a lot of time editing this week, so it would be great if I could get the editing down to like 2 or 3 hours. But I know that would be extremely rapid. And I'm a beginner when it comes to all of this stuff. I've just started doing like a better file structure and stuff like that. So that is making it so much easier for me to find my footage. I think I just asked ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever AI now to come up with a folder structure for me, but there's probably loads of articles as well. And yeah, that's working really well. But yeah, apologies that's not in this one. But I wanted to, the reason why this is 20 minutes, and usually I've been aiming for like 10 minutes, is because because I said about the cleaning in this one, I wanted to make sure that I got everything to do with dismantling in this video, so that then the next video could definitely be the cleaning one, rather than like 2 weeks of dismantling things. Anyway, yeah. If you watched this far, thank you very much. That's amazing. And yeah, have a great week.